Hey, so hi everyone. Well, recording this video, right, I realized that this particular action will make quite a good puzzle. So here I am. It is round 7, and my second action. What line should I take in order to me to get to the most victory points? So you can kind of see where everyone else is at. So I'm currently at 8 points, yellow's at 7, blue is at 6, and green is at 5. So how do I get the most points possible with the various actions? So some things you need to note that I currently I currently have Holtzman Engine, and I currently have Web of Power. And I've listed the cards in my deck, and I've shown like where I'm at on the research track as well. So do take all this into consideration and think about it for a moment. And I think after about 5 seconds from this point, we would resume the video. Hi everyone, welcome to the game. This is a Dune Immortality game, and I'm playing in second position. And let me run through how this game goes. I faced off against a player who gets Tleilaxu Master round 1, and as well as a Baron who gets really far ahead in this game. So being in second position, let me just talk a little bit about it. Second position is the most prime to get Sword Master round 2, and I think because of how the meta is, you want to pick a leader that can give you Sword Master round 2. So there's Elysia, there's Yuna, and Ilban. In this game, I picked Ilban because I haven't really played much Ilban in position 2, and I played Yuna recently, so I picked Ilban just because. I think Elysia would have been an okay pick as well, but Yuna is probably best. I think there are some good green cards, or at least the Guild Ambassador is there. I really like it. If I can grab it, I'll be very happy about it. So Ikas goes for wealth, and my first action, I talked about it, you go smuggling. So this means that round 2 action 1, I would like to play my Signet Ring to smuggle, and then go Sword Master round 2 action 2. Okay, so now with 4 position and a dagger, I just want to play my my Sikh ally somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. So blue goes for Mentat, I goes for Still Suits, put in 1 troop, and green reveals for Tleilaxu Master. And then Baron also reveals in this situation for Guild Ambassador. This leaves the card on the row not very exciting for me. Blue also comes in after me and puts in 2 troops. This skirmish is one where you're not too excited to win. So I nuked the row and I picked the only 4 cost card there, which is, or not the only card, but I think the best one, which is Gundopter. So I don't really like getting no 0 persuasion cards on Ilban, but you just play out whatever hand you're dealt. And so in that case, because Gundopter was there, I will just pick up Gundopter. So I'm all primed to get Sword Master round 2, action 2. And you can see the Baron actually already getting Interstellar Shipping access round 2, action 2. I go for Sword Master, Lito goes for Mentat, and Baron as expected goes for Interstellar Shipping. So round 2 Baron with Interstellar Shipping. So Ikas nukes a row as he places Signet Ring. He goes into combat, he picks up Jameis. And I just want to play my diplomacy somewhere. So I don't really care about getting 3rd place in combat. I think 1 spice is not great, as well as putting in 2 troops for a potential 1 spice and 1 intrigue also is too much. So one thing that I like to do when I get Sword Master, right, is to get more faction access. I haven't bought any, and so getting a full space for a temporary faction access is great, because it turns that extra action you have into almost half a point just by playing into a faction space. So one reason why I really like getting diplomacy is middle of the game. Even though it's round 2, like I consider middle of the game because I have Sword Master already. Yep, and based on how the cards reveal, I pick up another Gundopter. So here I am, round 2, with 2 Gundopters in my deck. Can I be a Tleilaxu Master and a Pyther Genius Advisor? And also Baron has interstellar shipping access, even from position 4. So with the cards in hand, I want to play my experimentation. If I were to play out my hand, I'll probably play experimentation, reconnaissance, and dagger. But because of that combination, I would incline to just play reconnaissance first to draw a card. Because playing the dagger is not too exciting, especially if I can't mend that. So I draw my Signet Ring. I put in 1 troop. Now I play my experimentation, harvest the spice. I think +2 is okay. +3 is great, but I think based on how the timing works, based on the excess cards I have, harvesting the spice now is good. Baron is still going interstellar shipping. His game's going well. Green in this turn, he gives up Sword Master to reveal his Tleilaxu Master. We're not sure whether this is the correct play, but he chooses to do so. I'm not sure. Comment down below if you think this is the right play. Would you play your Tleilaxu Master giving up the two research symbols just so that you get Sword Master? The issue now is that he never gets Sword Master. This is round 3, he misses Sword Master here, and then round 4 Baron will get it, round 5 Ikaz gets it, then he'll get it round 6. So Baron picks up in the shadows after nuking the row, and blue is very happy with both Benny Sisters and Sayadina. In this case, I'm thinking about grabbing Negotiate Withdrawal as is the best card for me. However, I do want to win yellow in combat, and to win yellow in combat, I actually have to keep my dagger. So if I want to keep my dagger, then I have to play my ring, and then I'll have 3 persuasion to buy, assuming I go to Tech Negotiator. And with 3 to buy is Spice Hunter or the other, or Fredo Fleet? Is it Fredo Fleet? Is it good enough? So I think it's true, and I think I incline towards Fredo Fleet because based on green passing on Swordmaster, yellow is forced to go Swordmaster round 1 action 1. Or round 4 action 1. He's inclined to go Swordmaster. And that leaves interstellar shipping for me round 4. So that's why I choose this line and grab Failure Free. Very happy yellow has no intrigues. I pick up Demand Respect, and because of that I just get the shipping, interstellar shipping access. And suddenly I'm in a great position to go interstellar shipping. So the game's going very well for me now. Even though I don't have great cards, I have a bunch of Gun Doctors and cheap cards. And I have Holtzman Engine, which I'm not sure how to convert into Spice Must Flows. So I have no good way to generate persuasion. But let's just see how it goes. I think even if I don't buy Spice Must Flows, the extra card draw is very good either way. Means more swords, more resources. So you look at Swordmaster right away. Blue Disguise goes Smuggling, and because now I have interstellar shipping access, I go for it. I draw two Solari Persuasion, Intrigue. Quite happy with it. I think it gives me some lines to go to Swordmaster if needed. I think it's early enough in the game that the Solari is still good. So now yellow has Swordmaster and he's using his extra actions to go to faction spaces. This is very good in general. So Mentat is open to me, I decided to go to Mentat. I think as Urban you generally want to go to Mentat. If you don't have interstellar shipping access, Mentat is probably the best space for you. And yeah, I mean, Leto wants it as well, so I can't really delay it. So I know I'm gonna play my faction access cards. I think playing your faction access cards turn into points somehow. So I think I go to secrets first because it can affect my next action. So I get a fragment bump, and with this fragment bump, the last action I think I'll just go to a faction space. I mean, faction spaces is a point eventually. So just going to faction spaces is good. And lucky me, Web of Power reveals itself, and no one else has time to act. So means that this Web of Power is mine. I should have 6 persuasion, but I mean 4 is enough. I don't need to buy more cards. I think I have enough cards. Maybe 1 liaison is okay, but I don't think I buy liaison here. So I put 1 troop in. I end up at 5 swords. Eventually everyone else plays their daggers and plays their combat intrigues, and I end up in last place, which is fine. My investment is low compared to everyone else's. Draw 6 cards. I stare down this interstellar shipping again. Up and down, no, down and up. Get another research icon. Get another Solari. Try to stake my claim on Emperor. The previous round, actually, if I thought about it properly, I should have bought this. I should have bought X37. I forget about it totally. I should have bought it earlier. It's a good card. So let's say if you look at this hand, how are you going to play it? You want to play your reconnaissance and you want to play a dagger, right? So is anyone threatening me for High Council? Yes, yellow, green is, right? So let's just grab that first. Now I reveal double Doctor as well. I have 1 more blue card to play. So let's pause for a moment. If you think about it, which place will you send your agent to if you're playing a reconnaissance? Will you go to Siege Aber, or will you go to Kartak or Arakin? I think Kartak is the default for me. Most of the time, if I thinking of where to go, I go to Kartak. But I think about my win condition. My win condition actually is to buy a Spice Marshmallow. And one way to get it is to go to Research Station. So if I get up to 2 water, I can convert it to a Spice Marshmallow. So that's what I'm thinking about with this action. I also put in 1 troop as... Yeah, 1 troop is good enough. So yellow highliners on this, and with my double Doctor I decided to put 2 in. One reason is that yellow seems quite far ahead also, and these 2 troops will also trigger the intrigue, so I'm quite happy triggering this intrigue. I buy Usurp, and green trashes the row because there's a power play on there and for humanity. A bit sad about it, but I'm staring at this Tleilaxu Surgeon and eyeing it intently. And once again, I beat yellow in combat just by putting in 1 troop and 2 more troops from Gun Doctor after that. I draw Usurp. As I bought it, I knew what was happening, and I want to play. I want to go to get Tleilaxu Surgeon. So once again, interstellar shipping is open, and I go and grab it. Once interstellar shipping is a great action, so if people give it to you, you should still take it. Get 2 more troops, another faction bump, more resources. Bit scared of what yellow can do. I think yellow has a lot of points in hand. He has good ambassador. Here's the Tleilaxu research card that can convert to a point. It's very scary. I go to Mentat, surprise Mentat. I think that Ilban is a bit sad that I grab. I draw Way of Power. Very happy with drawing it. So the card I want to play is Usurp and Diplomacy. These two are the most important to me. And because of how everything plays out, I do want to get a Spice of Slow. Yep, at this point in time I'm a bit scared of like someone buying Tleilaxu Surgeon, so that's why I played a Usurp in this timing. I'm not too scared about getting blocked on Selective Breeding, as because I have Web of Power that allows me to infiltrate as well, so I can play either is fine. Surgeon converts into a point because it converts the two cubes into 2 beetles. Surgeon's a very powerful card. So in this game, I'm actually not too worried about green, even though he bought Tleilaxu Master. I don't feel Tleilaxu Master is too overpowered at the moment, but yellow with all his actions and his points can come out of nowhere. I'm quite intimidated by him. He's also very far up on the Fremen and spacing, a bit hard to challenge him as well. Quite lucky that he doesn't get to end of the research track. He's one off to convert it to a point. Notable is that blue doesn't use Saidina to get the point. She just reveals it for a Spice for Slow. Green buys a Spice for Slow enabled by his Tleilaxu Master, and on my turn, did I forget to trash? No, I trashed the creative fleet, yep. Yeah, on my turn I just reveal by a Spice for Slow, and I'm at 8 points by start of round 7. So I'm actually doing very well as well. I have both Emperor and Benny quite locked in. A bit scared about blue, see what he does, but overall I should be fine. So in this round, what I want to do is buy another Spice for Slow. It'll enable my Hostman engine. And just keeping a watchful eye on yellow and hoping he doesn't win. So I draw a card, and then because of how everything plays out, I choose to go to research station. Still looking at how to buy the Spice of Slow. I think that's the most important, because Mentat is taken. Like going to Mentat to draw 2 is okay, but not the greatest. I think research station is something that people are interested in, and yeah, you should block it. So people know I have another gun doctor, and they're a bit scared of me combat strength wise. So I see a world where I can get another point. So can you see it? Can you see where this last point comes from? This last point comes from me going to cash in my Solari to get 2 Scarabs. This allows me to draw my last experimentation and potentially, yeah, or I can draw usurp as well. Okay, I can draw experimentation and usurp, and then I can also get the last point. I think this is a good puzzle. Maybe I should have put it in a puzzle. Green plays a little mission that actually frees up a spot. And actually I draw charisma, which actually enables me to buy a special slow very easily. Yep, yellow discards in the shadows, and look at him, he's at 8 points as well. And he's poised to win this combat as well. They all have so many intrigue cards in hand that I feel like it's quite unlikely that I win this combat. So I go selective breeding and I draw into my last experimentation, and this gives me 1 additional point. So actually very rarely I go down pay 7 Solari for the 2 scarabs. It's quite an interesting decision. Normally I don't have the Solari to enable it. I get double crossed by green. Yellow's very happy by this. Yellow puts in 2 more troops. I reel gun topter and 2 daggers. I put in 1 more troop, but I have no more intrigues behind me. I buy spice from slow and I get the last scarab point. This puts me at 10 points and 11 points because of Holtzman engine. Green buys another spice must flow. Baron top decks the Guild Ambassador for another point. There are multiple cards he could have top deck for a point, but this is one of them. So he gets another point from Guild Ambassador. He's poised to win this combat and getting another two victory points. Yeah, but to do so he needs to spend his spice. He spends a 4 spice for another VP. He gets to 11, but he loses to me on tiebreakers. he draws plans within plans as his last card, so I end up winning the game with 11 VPs as Counter Urban in second position. So anyway, this is the submit screen button that is enabled when you click on the tournament button. So at the start of the game, I clicked on the tournament button. This is done before setup, and this allows you to submit your score. So you can submit your score, and it goes to a centralized database, and you'll see like all like I can analyze the data and to pull like leader win rates and to pull like yeah, even like who's doing well or what's everyone's win rate. So these are the kind of things you can do. So I do encourage you, if you're playing on TTS, do submit your results. Yeah, and then I will continue to analyze it. So I hope you enjoyed this game. I thought it was quite interesting. Once again, I think Swordmaster from position 2 or position 3 round 2 is very, very strong. I constantly try to do it now when I'm player 2 or player 3. It's something that I'm aware of constantly. In player 1 and player 4, I tend to pick like other leaders, but I almost feel compelled to do it in player 2 and player 3 just because of how strong it is. And I hope other people can prove me that there are other ways to win this game. But it has been paying dividends for me. So if you want to win games, try to get Swordmaster early, round 2. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you around.